John Gatze here with 10-Minute Real Food, and today we're making a 10-minute pizza, so stick around. So we're making a 10-minute pizza today, and hopefully we're going to make it in less time. So as you see, I have one that's already, it's ready, it's all done, it's prepared. Now I just have to warm it up. And the reason I want to do that is because it doesn't take very long to assemble, and I want you to see how long it takes for it to cook. So we're going to get that started. I'm going to bring it over here. I have it on a Teflon griddle here. I'm going to put it on medium, and then I'm going to create a dome. Maybe you've seen this in some of my other videos. I'm going to create a dome just to create some heat, and we don't have to turn on the oven, okay? Well, but let's see how it's actually assembled. I'm going to show you. So I have a whole wheat tortilla here, and as you see, this is just any regular. It's a thinner whole wheat tortilla, so it's like a flat pizza, a flat dough pizza, if you will. Now what I do is I get the side that's looks less cooked or less brown spots, and I use that for the bottom, so this doesn't burn when I'm making it. So I put that at the bottom, and the first thing I do is I'm gonna put the cheese on there. And the reason, I have some finely shredded cheese. You can see it's finely shredded, but any shred will do. And the reason we want to start with the cheese, you may want to start with the sauce, is so that the moisture of the sauce doesn't make the tortilla soggy. You know, you don't want to have a soggy pizza. You want to have a nice, crisp pizza. When you put the cheese, you want to leave about like a finger width of space so that the cheese has some room to melt and to ooze out. But you don't want it to ooze out into the pan, and you have to clean that up and take care of the burns and everything. So you just want to leave enough space so that it has some room to grow, some room to melt. So as you can see, I'm just patting it against my hand here. Just go around like that. Actually, I can go a little bit more. There we go, that looks good. And then what I do is I just pat it down to give it that nice compact feel, so it'll stay there. Very nice. So we're done with that. Now we are going to season it a little bit. So I have some oregano here. I find that using Italian seasonings can be a bit salty, and because I have some sauce here that I'll show you in a little bit, I don't want to add any more salt. So I'm just going to crush some oregano here. You can use any kind of herbs that you'd like. I really like the flavor of oregano. As you can see, I'm using some fresh basil too. I also have some seasoning. If you can find any seasoning, Italian seasoning or your favorite seasoning without any salt added, that's really good. Like I have some here. It's a 21 seasoning Salute, and it doesn't have any salt, so that's an extra. And it just has caraway seeds and rosemary and some chili flakes and some onion powder and marjoram, cayenne, black pepper, onion, different spices. Very nice. So after you're done seasoning it, you want to get some sauce. So here I just have some pizza sauce that I picked up. And what you want to be wary about sauces is that sauces tend to be very good because they have a lot of sugar in them. So I looked high and low through all the stores. This is just a regular store. I picked it up. Fry's, Kroger's. For some of you, it's Ralph's, I believe, or Vaughn's. And you can find this, or you can make your own. I'll be showing you a video on how you can make your own 10-minute pizza sauce. So I just pour some like that, and you want to spread it across like that a little bit when you're actually putting it on there. You know, get it across. Now this can be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm going to show you a trick. So the challenge is that when you try to spread it with a spoon, it'll come up. You know, the cheese will try to come up. It acts like a glue. So what you want to do is you just want to get a butter knife. The bigger the better. As a matter of fact, I have something else that I can use. You can use these kinds of spatulas, and these are really good so that you see, and that doesn't cause much of the cheese to come up. So we just need a little bit more sauce here. So it's almost like decorating a cake. And that spatula will help you smooth that out without having to You see? So you have your pizza with the sauce, but you don't put it at the bottom, and that makes you for soggy pizza. Let's go back here and check the pizza. Let's get my big spatula here. So as you can see, it's melting nicely, and now I want to put it on low because I don't want the bottom to burn, but I want it to crisp, and I want everything to be even, the heat to evenly distribute. So I'm going to close that back up. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to chop some chicken. So let me get my knife. So I'll get a piece of the chicken breast here. And you see, this is just a rotisserie chicken that I picked up. I didn't have to cook it or anything. And I like to have these around because you can make so many dishes with it, and it's already cooked for you. And you have different parts of the chicken as well. So just take off the skin here and scoot this over a little bit. I just chop the chicken just to break it up. And then I just crumble it up. Crumble it up like that. Shred, if you will. You can shred it like that. Shred it with your fingers. And then I just add that on top. And of course you can do different things too. You can do ham, you can do ground beef, you can do different kinds of vegetables too. You know, but here I'm just showing you a simple version that has a little bit of everything. Now I'm using some basil. You know, you can't go wrong with that. Now I need a bigger knife. So I just chop it up here. And if you have some dried basil, you can also use that as well. Now dry basil usually is a little bit more potent than fresh basil because all the water content is gone. So it tends to be much more potent. So you want to use much less than what I'm using here, unless you really like basil and you like working with it. Very good. So I just spread that around nicely. Put that to the side, and then I'm just going to finish it off with some more of that seasoning. Give it some nice flavor. And at this point you could add anything else you wanted. If you want to add olives or mushrooms or maybe some garlic, some shredded garlic, it's good. You know, the sauce covers a lot of those flavors like onion and garlic, but it's really up to you what you want to, you know, you've had a pizza before, you know what I'm talking about. You can put all kinds of toppings on there. Now let's go, I'm going to clean my board a little off just so I can put my finished pizza on here. A little bit more. Alright, let's see how it's doing. So very nice. Look, you see how that bottom is crisp? So I'm just going to check it. That bottom has crisped nicely, and that's what you want. You want the edges to come up a little bit, and that tells you that the pizza is crisp, and you know that it has that nice flatbread texture. And what I usually do is I lift it up, and if it gives some give, then it just needs a little bit more. So I'm just going to turn up the heat a little more, and I'm going to cover it and just give it a couple minutes to crisp up there. So as you can see, we still have two and a half minutes left, about 2 minutes left. You can make it in about that time. The time it takes you to prepare it and heat it up, it's really simple, and it's a healthier version of what you can buy frozen or buy at a restaurant or a store. So you see, I just put my spatula under there. I put that there, and remember, when you put it on, you want to have it on medium. And then I just create that dome heat. And let's bring this back over here. And here we are. Can you hear that crunchiness? That means that we did the heat. We did it well. We separated the heat nicely. So you want to start it off at a medium, bring it down to a low, and then finish it off at a medium. So see how it lifts up? I mean, just look at that. That's a crispy pizza that you can do with the tortilla. So let me cut it into a couple more slices here. Make it nice and palatable. Nice bite sizes. And here we are, all done. Nicely melted cheese, some sauce, some flavor, not a lot of salt, very little sugar, actually no sugar. Mmm. Can you hear the crunchiness? Mmm, just very good. So there you have it. A nice, hot, crispy, thin pizza. Healthier version for you. Enjoy, hope you like it. Go crazy with the toppings. I'll see you next time.